Queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or was it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Hello, this is Greg from Family Physical Therapy. We've grown a lot since we opened our doors in 1993, but our philosophy remains to provide excellent patient care above all else. Our patients are greeted with smiles, and our therapists are driven by their patients' success and achieving goals. We provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy to those of all ages. Family Physical Therapy has locations across Nebraska. Stop by a clinic near you today.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul.
Your life can change with one heartbeat, and that was mine. Pregnant at 16, scared, and wondering how my mother would react was terrifying. This is Selma. I made the right decision. I can't imagine if I would have ended this beautiful life. Your baby is a person that deserves their life and your love. Adelina has filled my life with tremendous joy. There are difficult times, it's a life changer, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. My faith is my strength. You are not alone. Call your local pastor to talk.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. The NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships on News Channel Nebraska are presented by Currency, Aloe, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and by Midwest Bank.
Welcome to Pinnacle Bank Arena semifinal Friday. One more to go in the Class A matchup, and we have a good one as it's Millard North and Omaha Westside here on News Channel Nebraska. This matchup brought to you by Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need them. Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen. One more game to go. Bellevue West just punched their ticket to the state championship for the 5th year in a row, Andy. Will it be round 5 between Millard North? Because they also have made it each of the past 4 years. You look at Westside, they are the only thing standing in the way of the Mustangs.
I'm going to say not if Westside has anything to do with it. This team really likes to get out, push the tempo. It's an experienced bunch, so they take care of the basketball.
You look at Westside, 4 losses on the season, all 4 of them to state tournament teams. Lincoln Southeast, twice to Bell West, who just punched their ticket, and of course, Millard North. Other than that, they've been pretty good.
Yeah, so they've been battle tested. They've had a lot of success throughout the season. Started hot, pretty much stayed hot. Only dropped a couple of games to really, really talented teams. Set them up well for this run they're having right now in Lincoln.
Millard North, they actually got Bell West early on in the season. Their only losses to Omaha Central, a semifinal team. Aside from that, a nationally ranked team out of Chicago.
Yeah, the main thing you can say about them is the more you give, the more you get. They're such an unselfish bunch. Almost had 30 assists just a game ago, shooting over 40% from the field. That's because they make that extra pass and open up their shooters. Just a really fun bunch of guys to watch play.
Well, talking about some key players specifically, let's start off with Millard North. Derek Rollins, averaging a double-double. When you do that, you're in a pretty good spot. He's at about 18 and 10 a game.
He's so much fun to watch, just an excellent shooter, but he can also finish at the rim. One of those glue guys, one of the mini glue guys that Millard North has.
On the flip side, Omaha Westside going with the senior Kevin Stubblefield, according to Coach Jim Simons, one of the best all-around players in the state, a matchup nightmare.
He is a matchup nightmare, big, strong kid, 3-year starter, really embodies what this Westside Warrior team is all about. They got depth, they got experience, and they are strong with the basketball.
Well, mention the fact these two teams met earlier this season. Millard North got them, but Eric McKay, the third member of our broadcast team, has more on how that game went down.
To January 23rd, these two teams play one another in Westside's gym. Millard North won big, 76-56, the final score there. The box score doesn't really tell the whole story. Westside was in it for most of the game, trailed by 1 at the half after a great second quarter. We're hanging in there in the third, but turnovers started to pile up in the fourth, and the snowball rolled down the hill from there. Coach Jim Simons telling me he thinks they're going to be playing much better tonight. Now for Millard North, there's a couple of players in particular who might be really enjoying the possibility of playing against Westside again. One of them, Eli Gate. Last time they played, he went for a career high, 29 points. Also our key player, Derek Rollins, 24 points, 14 rebounds the last time these two teams tussled. But that's distant past. Let's talk future. Brandon and Andy are in your immediate future with starting lineups and all the action. You're watching the Class A semifinals on News Channel Nebraska.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
This is Amy from Magnolia's Home Decor and Design in downtown Norfolk.
And I'm Kate. Let's welcome in spring.
If you're ready for vibrant colors, silk florals that are remarkably real, and a new look for inspiring your space, come visit us at Magnolia's.
From spring to everyday designs for your home, we've been busy creating looks that will make your home warm and inviting for your friends and family.
Watch us live on Facebook 6 days a week. Stop in and see us in downtown Norfolk or visit us online at shopmagnoliasonline.com.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
Welcome back. 2 minutes to tip. Let's take a look at our school spotlight, brought to you by Currency, which makes financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more. Millard North mentioned the fact that they've been to the past 4 state championships, winning 2 of them in 2021 and 2022. They're hoping it'll be 5 state championships in a row, potentially 3 state titles should they win on Saturday. Have to win today first, though, and they have to get past Omaha Westside. 19th appearance in this tournament. They have a state title back in 1980 as well.
Yeah, both teams having just fine seasons, 20-win seasons to go along with that. Central did get the better of Millard North just a while ago. Then that other loss, as you mentioned, to an out-of-state team, out of nationally ranked team from Chicago. So Millard North not only putting together a phenomenal record, but putting together a phenomenal record against some really, really talented teams.
Here's a look at the bracket brought to you by Currency. Bellevue West getting the victory over Omaha Central just a few minutes ago. Yep. They're back in the state title game for the 5th year in a row, looking to make it 3 in 5 years. And again, the well-documented story is it's been Millard North, Bell West the past 4. Will things switch up? Westside certainly hopes so.
You know, folks kind of talk to us, you know, preseason. Hey, what are you seeing here? What are you thinking about this or that in Class A? I'm like, well, I think you got to start with Bellevue West and Millard North, don't you?
You can't not.
Here they are, 1 and 2 seeds again. Bellevue West punching their ticket a moment ago. Millard North looking to do the same, but Westside is standing in their way.
Glad you're with us. Starters are just around the corner. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you are suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at our starting lineups brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul. Here is the Warriors. Caleb Benning, future Husker football player. You have Ricky Lofton, Kevin Stubblefield, Caleb Mitchell, and Tyson Udvity, but you have 17 points per game by Stubblefield, 11 by Lofton, 13 by Mitchell.
Udvity gives you that big body, that lengthy presence inside, 6'7" frame, plays a lot bigger than that.
And Millard North. You have the starting 5 of Urbanic, who's averaging 8, Gaff, who puts up 14 a contest, Neil Mosser, 15 a game, and Rollins putting up 10, Moni rounding out the starting 5. And you look at Gaff and Mosser, those were players, they were sophomores when those earlier Millard North teams were coming through.
Yeah.
And now they're seniors and making the most of their senior year.
They really are. You know, they got some good minutes in a season ago, but now really came to their own, understanding they need to take the reins. Nice little horse pun there for you for the Mustangs, and boy, have they run with it.
To get to this point, Millard North 61-54 over Gretna on Wednesday. Westside defeated Lincoln Southeast 60-51. And here we are in the semifinals, final game of the night Friday here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen, Eric McKay, glad to be with you.
I think Westside's really going to try and set the tone with their physicality. I think they're going to try and get into Millard North, kind of put these officials to the test. You know how physical are they going to allow them to be? I think it's going to play a little bit of a hand early on in this game.
As mentioned, Millard North, 2 losses on the season. Chicago Curie, Illinois, the official team that's nationally ranked, that defeated Westside back in January. That was a 79-74 affair, so a very close game.
Yeah.
Millard North played against one of the nation's best. Their only other loss coming in the Metro tournament against Central. That was a 74-54 defeat. As the tip goes to Westside and we're underway.
Great communication defensively here for the Mustangs. Switching off ball, denying any entry.
Three on the shot clock. Excellent defense by the Mustangs.
Really was. Rollins coming up with a huge board. Big fella down low for the Stangs.
Stubblefield out on Rollins, who pulls the trigger. Rebound by Mitchell. Mitchell going to the glass, trying to get it over Urbanic. And active hands by Stubblefield. He's going to chase this thing down. What a hustle play. He finds Lofton for the slam. What a way to get the scoring started.
Boy, you heard that roar from the Westside faithful. Student section filled up, all wearing black. That got him going.
Just an all-out hustle play by Stubblefield. Answering on the other end is Moni.
Really nice feed. Moni cutting to the rack. Rollins just methodically backing his guy down, waiting for the cut.
Lofton drives left hand, can't get it.
Nice drive, just couldn't quite get the finish.
Rollins calling for it. Takes on a couple defenders, gets around them, gets the 2.
Good footwork for a big guy, nimble on his feet. So I was thinking to try and counter that. Westside might try and get into him a little bit.
Gath calls for the screen, draws the double. Scramble on the floor, jump ball.
Yeah, both teams really get after you defensively.
Another look courtesy of 5 Points Bank, Nebraska's Better Bank.
Rollins hitting the deck, trying to save that possession. Gonna look at Jim Simons, head coach of Westside.
A foul away from the ball. Foul's given to Mitchell. And good straight up defense by Carson Healy for the Warriors.
Really was, then went up and got that board.
And Healy on the other end, just missing. Westside's getting to the rack.
They are. The Warriors just got to finish when they get there.
Like that, Rollins showing them how to do it.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a couple seasons now. Makes that look a little too easy, doesn't he?
The junior averaging 18 a game, something he does often. There's strong take by Caleb Benning.
Lowered the shoulder once, didn't have enough space there, lowered again, get a little bit more.
Three from the top for the key is short from Gaff.
I'll tell you what, that's a little bit of a defensive breakdown for Westside. Got away with one there.
And Mitchell splits the defense.
Hey.
Lays it in.
We told you in the pregame, they like to run, they like to push the tempo. And Mitchell, no one stepped up and stopped ball, so he just continued that drive. Excellent play from the guard.
Look at that backdoor cut for Urbanic.
How about the find? Mosser. Mosser with the feed. We also mentioned that these Mustangs, they really thrive on sharing the ball, getting each other involved in the game early.
And the slam from Stubblefield.
That looks like a pair of guys that have played some varsity minutes together over the year. Benning got baseline. And there it is. We say it every game. We always see it. Someone loses their spacing, steps out of bounds on the sideline.
Now, was that a no look from Benning?
We'll say it was fancy. It's pretty fancy regardless.
2 dunks already for Westside. Just under 3 to go in the first quarter. Mitchell getting to the rack.
You know, he's not the biggest guy out there, but he is fearless, and he is feeling it right now.
4 different players on the score sheet for Westside. They have 10 points. Mitchell leading the way with 4 after that most recent bucket. Now Rollins attacks. He's fouled.
Yep. So good off the dribble. And you hear about it, you've seen it before, but you just don't always expect it from that big guy. The 6'6" junior.
Just short. Coach Etzel Miller says Rollins a humble player for what he does and is able to do. Getting Division I interest currently. Summit League type caliber player. This first quarter is brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. John Henry's, our first quarter sponsor here on News Channel Nebraska 3, is blocked by Rollins. That one gets through the hands of Rahman.
We have another substitution here for the Mustangs with just under 2 minutes to go. Man, they got just team length across the board, up and down their bench. Chambers enters the game, a 6'5" freshman.
Kick out to Benning. Well short, falls in the hands of Udvity.
Udvity ready on the backside for that offensive rebound, and why not? We'll give Caleb Benning an assist there.
Makes it a 12-8 game. That one popped out on the attempt from Mosser.
In and out, senior Anderson, another guard for Westside, tracking on the board.
And running the court. Newberry just sort of lost where he was, and then you have the foul.
That is Newberry. I had a mix up on my roster. It's not Chambers. They're both 6'5".
It happens. A lot of height out there on the court. There's another look at Jim Simons, his 7th year leading this Warriors program. A Westside grad himself of 96. Udvity from deep, no.
That was a good look.
Three on the other end for Mosser. That's something he's pretty good at.
Yep. I mean, that was really deep. He was pretty comfortable, caught that in stride, stepped into it. It's going to force Westside to kind of, extend that defense out. They're not going to be able to pack it in as much as they'd like.
And it's another foul against the Mustangs.
Tonight's officiating crew, Chris Wright, Bo Hess, and Chris Kaborik. Doesn't Kaborik have some other duties on his hand right now? Like another gig going on?
Something to do with the University of Nebraska, yeah, I think. I think you're right. Interim president.
Yes.
As the university searches for a replacement for Ted Carter, who went to Ohio State. Pretty cool to someone in that capacity to say, hey, I enjoy and want to be a part of the state basketball tournament, ref some games.
You know, it's a guy like that I feel good being at the helm, at that interim spot. Obviously, a terrific officiating crew here.
And Stubblefield draws the foul. Foul is on Rollins.
Mentioned that in the pregame too, how strong Stubblefield is with the ball. 6'4" senior, averaging 17 per.
Stubblefield with three. And now makes it four. There's 4.5 ticks to go here in the opening quarter.
Gonna get a breather just before the break.
And shot wouldn't have counted. That'll do it for quarter number one. Westside 14, Millard North 11. Here on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us. Second quarter coming up shortly.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services. NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul.
Action-packed first half. This is how things got started. Stubblefield the hustle, Lofton the slam. One of two we saw in the opening 8 minutes, Andy. Here's the other.
Yeah, and that hustle play right there really kind of kick-started the offensive efforts for Westside. It's kind of clunky early on, but they made that hustle play, saw one go through the cylinder, and then things started to move for the Westside Warriors. And then same old Neil Mosser knocking down a deep three for the Mustangs.
Westside up 3 here as Millard North will get this second quarter started. Coach Edsel Miller having a word with the officials, and we're underway.
I don't know if Edsel Miller was satisfied with the explanation there.
14-11 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest ace stop today. Stubblefield gets the steal. Officials are going to conference here.
They're going to talk things over.
It was initially said Warrior basketball. It's going to stay that way. Here's a look.
Warriors couldn't believe the call. I know the crowd on the replay, anyway, the ones wearing blue, thought that meant the ball should have went the other way.
Stubblefield backing down Mosser. There's the kick out, and Good attacking by Healy, who is fouled.
Yeah, Healy has that range, so when that defender got out there late, used that little pump fake. Look at the hang time, athleticism. Healy, another one of these juniors, putting in some huge varsity minutes for the Westside Warriors this season.
Hits them both. Even scoring across the board for both teams. Urbanic for Millard North with 2, Mosser with a 3, Money with 2, Rollins with 4. That's Millard North. Westside, it's Benning with 2, Stubblefield 4, Mitchell 4, Lofton 2, Udvity 2, Healy 2.
Did we mention this was 2 unselfish teams?
If that doesn't say it, I don't know what else does. Is you now have Mosser. Oh, excuse me, that's Money at the line.
And we've had a lot of offense. Just a really fun brand of basketball these 2 squads play. There's a look at the Millard North crowd, student section.
Money hits them both. A reminder that state basketball coverage on NCN is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Also presented by Woodhouse Auto, convenience delivered every time. And Aloe. Switch today and find out more at aloefiber.com. Stubblefield shot is blocked. Scramble for the ball. Benning comes away with it.
Yeah, you just felt when Millard North couldn't secure that rebound, but there's a takeaway. Urbanic.
Looked like the Mustangs may have switched to a zone as that 3 comes up short. Another deflection, Urbanic with it. Now it's a 3-on-2. Pass to Rollins. Easy lay-in.
Good on you, Brandon. Noticing Millard North switching things up defensively. Also putting a little on-ball pressure, full court pressure, getting into some passing lanes, not allowing the free pass up the court.
They now appear to be back in man. Mitchell gets around his defender. Kept in by Healy. And Stubblefield to the rack.
So they did get back in that zone. They want to keep Derek Rollins, the big fella, down around the rim. That's a good idea, but you can't allow your backcourt to get diced up with that dribble penetration.
And nice take by Money. Contact, no whistle, but it's 2 points.
That little give and go there, 2-man game.
With 1 point lead for Westside. As we are almost 3 minutes into this second quarter. Mitchell draws the foul. It will be on the floor.
Elijah Gage saying, are you kidding me? I don't know about that.
And Geth, that's just his first personal.
Millard North fans.
Three off the mark. Board for Rollins. Rollins will pull the trigger. And off the mark. That corner 3 also not going for Gath. Mitchell. Denied by Gath.
Yeah, Mitchell had to make a move here because the initial shot was altered. That gave Gath time to get over there and make that play. And then you saw a really good look at it there. It appeared Millard North saved that possession off the block. Crowd got to look at that replay too on the big screen. You saw some fans saying, hey, look at the big screen.
Well, it's Westside ball regardless, and now it'll go to the Mustangs.
Defense held one more time. We really got to credit the sophomore, Major Mosser, for coming on over and helping out with that defense.
Somehow, Gath maintained control and ends up getting a basket out of that.
Gath did get himself into a little bit of trouble, but all is well. Regains the handle. He knows how to finish.
Puts Millard North up by 1. Kick out, doesn't. Drop for Stubblefield, in and out. And Rahman is fouled on the floor.
So Rahman, that little hesitation there, got that defense to kind of take a little hesitation with him, and then like for the blow by.
Goes against Udby.
Oh! That was a dangerous play. I'm a little surprised they allowed Carson Healy to get underneath a Mustang who was going up for a rebound. Upended the young man. Yeah, look to the left. Oh, right in the middle of your screen there.
Ball turned over in transition, so it's Mustang possession. Rahman unable to get it to drop.
Doesn't get the whistle. Mustangs do get whistled shortly thereafter.
A second personal on Rollins.
He's going to take a quick seat. They don't want him to get in any sorts of foul trouble here before halftime. This could be a key stretch here for the Warriors.
Well, Mitchell lets it fly.
Inside out, get it into Stubblefield, collapse that defense just enough.
Nearing 2 minutes, 7 on the
Travel.
shot clock. It's a travel.
Warriors staying in their man-to-man defense. They don't like to get out of that. Stubblefield moving his feet, so we'll look at him back, forth, staying in front of the driving Camden Money. Looks like some football guys over there, doesn't it?
Certainly some fans enjoying themselves at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Class A semifinal. Under 2 to go as Stubblefield gets 2.
Yeah. So good when you get down there on the block.
Stay tuned for our halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help make your jewelry dreams come true. Check them out in Lincoln and Grand Island. It's going to stay here.
.20 seconds left on the shot clock. another look at Michael Etzelmiddler, coach of Millard North.
Well, Rollins grabs the loose ball. That's an easy bucket.
Now that's the type of faith the coaching staff has in him with those 2 fouls. Must have talked him into letting him back in, and rewards the staff right away with the offensive board and putback.
Acrobatics shown by Stubblefield, who is now in double digits.
Boy, and Stubblefield went right at Rollins, trying to draw out that 3rd foul.
That's a foul on Maddox Anderson. Under a minute to go here before halftime. Westside leading by 4. Head fake from Mosser. Yep. Nothing but net. Calm, cool, collected.
Yep, just great movement away from the basketball, working the ball all the way around the half court. And then the ball fake. Looked a little too cool there, didn't he? Mustangs getting another one for the highlight reel.
You know, the effect where sometimes you're too open and it throws you off. Not at all the case.
Nope.
For Mosser. Stubblefield looks to be holding for one here. Off the mark. And 1 point will separate these two as we head into halftime. Westside 25, Millard North 24. Here on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us. Halftime show coming up next.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams, financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
In every community, there are unsung heroes. They're the ones who make a real difference every single day. News Channel Nebraska and Medica want to thank our community heroes, and now it's your chance to shine a spotlight on them. Nominate your local hero and let their story inspire us all. Winners get to donate $1,000 to a nonprofit of their choice, with over $5,000 donated to date. Together, we can celebrate those who make our communities brighter.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
Halftime here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, 25-24. Great game so far. You know, Class A basketball's got a storied history in the state of Nebraska, and the name Mosser is involved in a lot of it. You've got Millard North here. You've got the Mosser brothers, Neil, who's got 6 points in the first half, and Major Mosser on the roster as well. Well, their dad, Mitch, is an assistant on staff at Millard North, a fantastic basketball player in his own right with the Ralston Rams. He went on to Nebraska Wesleyan University, where he was an all-conference player in both basketball and baseball. A member of the Nebraska Wesleyan Hall of Fame to this day, holds the school record for career assists with 610. But then there's the patriarch of the Mosser sports family dynasty, Neil Mosser, legendary head coach at Omaha Tech High School. You want to talk about a man who's seen some history? This is the man who coached Bob Boozer, Bob Gibson, Johnny Rogers, just to name a few. He had been there. He has seen it all. He was one of the main people and main coaches in establishing basketball as a major sport here in the state of Nebraska. So the Mosser name means a lot. Now the Mosser brothers trying to write that next piece of history in high school basketball. Brandon Neal had a pretty good first half. A lot of highlights in that first half, huh?
Excellent work there by Eric McKay. That is some next level research.
Yes, it is.
As, you know, currently sitting at halftime, and it's a 1-point game. Mosser, who he referenced, 6 points, knocking down 2 triples in that affair. But Andy, you look at these stats, balanced scoring across the board. Your take on that half?
Yeah, we really expected that from Millard North and Millard Westside. Two very unselfish teams. They work so well together. They're experienced. They've been here before, and it just kind of felt like they're trying to trading punches. They're kind of sparring, feeling each other out. I expect a couple big runs in the second half. It just kind of comes down to who's going to go on that last run in the second half.
Well, we've been talking about it. Let's get to the highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers from that first half specifically. Millard Northwest Side, this was the way things got started. The pass from Stubblefield to Lofton and the slam, which set the tone for Westside in the first half.
It really did. Their offense wasn't clicking until that high energy play. Then things started to click.
That time it's Benning finding Stubblefield. He is leading the Warriors. Stubblefield with 10. Deep three, dialed up by Neil Mosser. We just heard about his family tree. He has 6 points in the first half. And Stubblefield getting to the glass as well, past Rollins on that occasion.
Yeah, so versatile. You're seeing the toughness as well, working the left side of the lane.
And that's Money with the collision. 6 points for him. Balanced effort by both teams. And Caleb Mitchell also getting in on the action. The only three actually hit by the Warriors. Most of their points coming inside.
There's Stubblefield again, altering his shot, getting it to go. That play before, he had the assist.
Last play, Mosser again, dialing it up, making it a 1-point game. 24 those halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Andy, the scores sheet officially, Urbanic with 2, Gath with 2. We talked about Mosser who has 6, Money with 6, Rollins leading the way with 8.
Yeah, I think for the Millard North Mustangs, they're going to have to find a way to try and contain Stubblefield. You saw the double team a couple of times where Stubblefield's too good. Found his open buddies on a number of occasions. Saw in the highlight package, looking up a 3-ball shooter who knocked it down. On the other side, West Side, they got to figure out a way to guard the perimeter. Mosser's going to hang out there. They move the ball so well. They get the defense moving from sideline to sideline. He gets lost in the mix. They're going to have to figure out a way to track that guy down. Maybe those neon shoes. Like, where are those green neon shoes? Look them up, because those are Neil Mosser's, and he's hit too many triples on us.
Okay, flip side now for Westside. Benning, 2 points, 10 points by Stubblefield. You have that 1-3 by Mitchell. He has 7 in total. Lofton with 2, Udvity with 2, and Healy with 2.
Yeah, Mitchell did a really nice job getting that dribble penetration early, kind of took some pressure off of Stubblefield, finding him in transition as well. We hear a lot about Westside, how they like to push the tempo, run with the ball. It's just that Millard North also likes to run with the ball, and they maybe have a little bit more length, so Westside might have to shift gears here a little bit, which they can do. They can get into the half court, and we saw that at times in the first half.
5.5 minutes until second half action. You're watching News Channel Nebraska. Halftime between Westside and Millard North. Stay with us. Third quarter coming up shortly.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
I've had the opportunity to work with so many outstanding students and parents in my 37 years as a public school teacher. The two things I've noticed they all have in common: a love for their community and a pride in their school. I've seen that pride in my science students who become scientists, in parents who show up for every game and every parent-teacher conference, in former students who become community leaders. Nebraska public schools are indeed the heart of our communities.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy. Getting you back in the game.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
Welcome back. 1 point lead. We're about a minute away from halftime. We'd like to remind you, if you are new to News Channel Nebraska, you should follow us on X at NCN Sports, X or Twitter. If you follow us, you'll be happy. We televise 200 sporting events a year, high school, college, professional volleyball.
Yes.
It's all there. We tweet it out. We tweet out the content from those broadcasts.
Supernovas.
Interviews, highlights. Supernovas, which is actually coming up next Thursday and Saturday. State track this spring. Follow us at NCN Sports. Do yourself a favor as we now go to Eric McKay, who has more.
Back at Pinnacle Bank Arena, 25-24 Westside with the lead. Westside coach Jim Simons liking what he's seeing with their ability to get inside, but says he feels like maybe they're rushing shots a little bit, putting things up a little too early. Wants to see them stay within themselves and continue to attack at the rim. As for Millard North, their coach, Esper Miller, telling me that he thinks the Westside's getting inside too often. Felt like offensively, though, they were relying too much on the three. Wants to see them work it inside a little bit more, stay within themselves, play their game, and try to pull away in the second half. The last time these two teams played, it was Millard North ahead by 1 at the half before they won by 20. It's Westside up by 1. Let's see what happens. Brandon, Andy, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. We are officially back in action here, third quarter, and Westside hits the shot inside, but won't go.
Benning did get baseline across, the lane, but there's just nowhere to go with it.
Interesting, not a lot of threes by either team. You had Mosser hit 2 for Millard North, the only 2 for the Mustangs, as Gaff gets that to drop. And you had just the 1 3 for Westside coming from Caleb Mitchell.
It is interesting. And that last drive there, Gaff just under control and then keeping the ball up high away from defenders.
That one halfway down before it pops out from Healy.
Stubblefield got robbed. That was Urbanic.
Strong offensive board. Gaff gets it to Rollins. There's the double team. Now Benning on him. Stolen from Stubblefield, or by Stubblefield rather. And he gets to the rack. 2 points, Stubblefield.
You see how he used his body well in front of the three-point line. Uses backside as a shield.
It'll be a blocking foul on Healy.
Stubblefield did a fantastic job, not only playing with some anticipation on defense, jumping the passing lane, and then finishing off the transition lay-in.
Look at that bounce pass. Money for 2.
Saying, thank you very much, Mr. Mosser. Can I have another?
You had Lofton penetrating. It will stay with the Warriors.
We saw Lofton flash earlier in that first quarter. He's got some athleticism to him.
Millard North fans wanting a travel on Stubblefield instead of threes thrown up by Lofton. Here come the Mustangs, 4 on 2. And Benning is called for the foul.
Yeah, just a nice flow to that transition look there for the Mustangs. Mosser come down with the board, going right to the center of the court with it, then inside out, getting into their half-court offense.
Oh. That one nearly went down. Benning pushing the tempo. Healy. Now Mitchell. Scramble for it.
Out of bounds.
Westside Bowl.
Nice little break there for the Warriors. Mitchell got himself into a little bit of trouble, dribbling into the middle of the court. Help defense came his way, nearly poked it away.
Stubblefield will let it fly. Nope. 1 point lead for Millard North. That is a very deep three. Westside with numbers. 2 shots coming up for Lofton.
Yeah, that's where you like Lofton, in the open court, letting him run. Nice little head fake there. Move that defender just a little bit to the right.
State basketball coverage on NCN is presented by Midwest Bank, where you can make your personal and business banking easier with mobile banking. Log on to MidwestBank.com to find out more. It's also presented by Currency. If you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items, Currency's here to help. Find out more at gocurrency.com. Basket for Mosser.
Mosser's not just a spot-up shooter, works so hard away from the basketball. That time getting free. Back door, wide open.
The three doesn't fall for Mitchell.
Westside really trying to, spread things out, play with spacing. He had 5 out that last occasion. Kind of felt like they settled for, kind of a deep 3. Mustangs had some defense in the neighborhood.
Rollins getting around Stubblefield.
When he lost the handle there just momentarily, it almost worked against the defense. As Stubblefield making quick work of that one. Slicing and dicing his way to the rim. Nice bucket in transition.
30-second timeout. It remains a 2-point affair. High School Sports on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union and Banking with Purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. It's also presented by Woodhouse Auto. Convenience delivered every time. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, Eric McKay. Second half between Millard North and Westside. If you're just tuning in, Bell West, they're back in the state championship game.
Yep.
The narrative would be round 5 should Millard North also advance to the state championship. It will be the 5th year in a row between those two programs.
It's kind of growing into a modern day rivalry, We're talking about Duke, North Carolina here. I mean, what's going on?
Westside, though, they're doing everything in their power.
Yes.
To make it a different matchup, and some great handles shown there by Gath. Mustangs will keep possession.
Millard North making that extra little pass, trying to free up the big fella Rollins underneath. I think Gath was saying, hey guys, maybe that was one too many pass.
Rollins blocked, but also fouled by Stubblefield.
Yeah, Stubblefield won the block. That's just really, really good footwork there from Derek Rollins. The footwork, the awareness of where he's at on the court. Uses his body so well as he knocks down the front end of his free throws. I mean, I guess you can see why he has some D1 looks coming his way.
And he's on pace or getting close to his point per game average, currently at 11.
Yeah, and there was a key moment there in the first half where he picked up 2 fouls, substituted out. Then with about 2 minutes left, the coaches put him back in. He had a couple huge impact plays right away, but that shows you the type of faith this staff has in him, knowing that he could not pick up that 3rd foul in the first half.
So zone defense here for Millard North. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Zone defense gets the steal.
Yeah, they just kind of changed it up on you. Ball got a little too sticky there for Westside. And just the team length that Millard North has when they get those arms up and out. They clog up the passing lanes.
That one just short from Gath. Up to Udvidi. He goes down.
Uh-oh.
That's off Benning.
I think if I'm Westside, A little happy here only being down 3 because it's been a real herky-jerky second half for them, but they're still able to hold on, and I think you got to point towards their defensive effort because that never goes too far away. That keeps them in a lot of ball games.
Just 3 points separating the two as we near the 2-minute mark. Here in the third, inside to Rollins. He tips it back out off the miss. And what a take by Gaff.
Euro step, okay. Splitting the defenders.
Timeout taken by Edsel Miller. Got a fan in the stands who has that Euro step down. Biggest lead of the night for Millard North, 5 points, and we got the student section battle.
That's pretty good stuff. You also got to appreciate how they both decide to go with the blackout, right?
You can sort of tell that there's the red trim and the bluish green trim, but I think it just means everyone's friends here wearing black. It's
yes.
United fans and student sections.
That's all we do at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. We come here to have fun, show sportsmanship, right? This is a wonderful atmosphere, you know. It's always fun when the student sections get after one another.
Under 2 here in the third, 35-30. Just 4 points for Westside here in the period. And that 3 doesn't go.
So that had a 2-1-2 look to it. Millard North trying to utilize that team length that they have, but good ball movement. Westside got that corner 3. A little too heavy at the back of the iron. On the line.
And again, that's Gaff losing where he was on the court.
And I think we've seen that whistle blown on both teams now. You know, they both try to space you out, right? Guard sideline to sideline. Put the defense at as big as disadvantage or cover the most ground as possible. You got to be aware where that sideline's at.
North in that zone. And a 3 goes for Stubblefield.
It's the only way to beat the zone. Great ball movement. Westside working the perimeter, finding one of their very best in Stubblefield.
And Stubblefield gets the steal. Now he's leading the charge. Kicks to Anderson. Rollins with the rebound.
Urbanic slowing things down. I think the entire crowd was saying, let's go.
Shot clock off. And Edsel Miller will take a timeout.
Full timeout.
We'll take one as well. 13 seconds remain in the third here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be back. So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
All right, Coach Edsel Miller wanted to draw something up specifically to round out this quarter. We'll see how the Mustangs execute. 8 on the clock. It's a good look. Doesn't go. 2-point affair here at PBA. Millard North 35, Westside 33. 8 minutes to decide who will make it to Championship Saturday. Stay with us.
I think if you're somebody who's starting a business, or you're a farmer, or you just want somewhere to trust with your finances, you should choose Midwest Bank, because we work very hard to understand your situation and be a part of every step that you're going through. We truly care what's happening in our communities. We want to be out there, be a part of what's going on, and you'll feel the heart that we have for our communities. You'll feel the belief we have in our customers, and you'll really understand that that's the Midwest Bank way.
Early seconds of this fourth quarter, with a foul on Westside. Millard North. Again, it's been neck and neck throughout. Westside had the 1-point lead. Now North, that was at halftime. North with the lead entering this fourth. But no one's really been able to separate themselves. No. 5 points has been the biggest margin.
Right.
Up to this point, that was when Millard North was up 35-30.
Yeah, you know, I really expected both of these teams to get into a little bit more of an offensive groove, a rhythm, if you will. Maybe going a run, a 7-point, 8-0 run. And we just didn't see that. Well, we haven't seen it yet.
That was a very strong take by Mosser. This didn't fall for him. On the other end, Mitchell from the corner. It rattles home. Westside back up by 1.
Looks to the crowd after he drains that triple. Nice job backing it out.
And a foul against North on the rebound.
That's the over-the-back call Westside's been looking for all game. Derek Rollins is going to get the whistle. That's his third. But we're at the point in the game. You're staying in.
Mitchell this time from the top of the key. Back-to-back threes for Mitchell.
Puts up the 6 shooters. Having fun out there, knocking down back-to-back triples.
And Money comes right back down and gets one.
It's where Millard North has been so good all game long with the answer. Money in the lane.
10 points for him. Cuts it back to 2.
Mustangs settling back into that zone. Westside trying to figure it out.
Scramble for it. Lofton, bounce pass, basket. That's Healy.
Yeah, when an athletic guy like Lofton got that loose ball, you just kind of felt like that spelled doom for the Mustangs defense. Nice find in the back end with the bounce pass.
Rollins in trouble, goes up. What a take.
Yeah. I mean, he had to fight for that ball, get that thing back.
Give Rollins 13. It's gonna stay here. .5:01 to play. State tournament coverage on NCN is presented by Currency, which makes financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more.
See, and I like this from the Mustangs. They're switching things up, getting back into man-to-man defense, not allowing Westside to just work the ball around the perimeter and find the likes of Mitchell for another open three.
Healy, short, Benning, the offensive board.
Huge board.
He kicks it, wide open three, Stubblefield nails it.
Okay, the Warriors, they're doing the little things right. They're setting picks. They're getting offensive rebounds.
Short on the other end. Biggest lead of the night for Westside. It's now at 5. After hitting 2 threes all game before the fourth quarter, they now have 3 in this period. Rollins blocking that layup attempt.
Mitchell trying to get to the rack.
3 on the other end, it's Grant Urbanic. Here we go. Millard North takes the timeout with 3:59 to play. 2 points separating the two.
Once again, look at the spacing, Brandon splash. It goes. Urbanic with the triple.
Atlo's fiber internet has definitely increased the productivity of our office. It's one of those things with internet and being a marketing company, we have to have it on and running all the time. And it's always up. We don't run into lags, we don't run into latency issues. It doesn't vary throughout the day, it doesn't vary on weekends or busy time periods. They have local service here. We need to go talk to somebody. They're just a quarter of a mile away for us to be able to chat with somebody. And that is a huge peace of mind for me as a business owner. So not hesitate at all to recommend Allo to anybody.
Okay. 3:59 to go in this fourth quarter, brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. Things are heating up here in the fourth, Andy.
Just had a good look at head coach Jim Simons for Westside and read his lips, and it said, take the ball in the cup. Oh, but make it, Caleb Benning. Nice drive, just a little short.
That 3 off the iron. Urbanic was looking for his second.
Mustangs picking them up at half court now. Back into their man-to-man D. Trying to apply some on-ball pressure.
Stubblefield, just a tad short.
Tell you what, they had a mismatch. Rollins had to rotate off and get onto a guard. Felt like Westside could work the ball around and got Stubblefield down low.
Great deny defense by Stubblefield, but it will stay with Millard North. Westside still in man. Tough defense from Mitchell on Mosser. The fadeaway well short. Stubblefield in trouble. Stolen by Urbanic from behind. And Mitchell being forced to foul there.
Yep. How about Urbanic playing Wolf, coming up from behind in the takeaway.
Timeout here by Westside. Full timeout. This is what you want, Andy. You want a trip to state on the line. 2.5 minutes to play, 2 points.
Yeah.
Separating yourselves from that potential opportunity.
No, that's an excellent point as well. You know, shot clock set at 35, right? But now your opportunities are limited, and each team has to take that into account. Westside with that narrow lead as of right now. Really like how they're moving the ball around. They got some three-point shooting that's heated up here in the fourth quarter, but don't just settle for three-point shots down the stretch. I still think you have, you know, maybe the most complete player on the court in Kevin Stubblefield. I still like what he can do when he gets the ball down on the block or in the lane.
44-42 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. A reminder that state basketball on NCN's presented by Currency, Allo, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and Midwest Bank. We hope you've been enjoying our coverage not only this week, but last week as well with girls state basketball. We followed it up with boys 3 days each week, 6 games each day. Comes out to 36 games over a 6-day span, and this is game 36. It's not disappointing.
Could tie it up right here.
That's exactly what Gaff does. 44 all. Excellent defense by Gaff.
Playing the passing lane, just camping out. Long wingspan. We talked about that team length the Mustangs have.
What a find, Moni, the finish.
How interesting is it with two teams that really like to push tempo? It's coming down to these half-court sets down the stretch.
That was just 2 players on the same wavelength. Urbanic found a cutting Moni as we have a race for the basketball. It's Millard North ball. Officials signal Mustang possession.
Oh, huge takeaway. I think they got this call right.
Millard North fans on their feet. 1:27 to play here at PBA.
Wow, and Westside just had that 2-point lead a moment ago when he came out of that last 30-second break. Doesn't take either of these two teams long to put 5, 6, 7 points up on the board. Obviously now the game kind of changes complexions with Millard North taking the 2-point lead. Only a minute 27 left, so 3 full possessions with a 35-second shot clock. And it'll be interesting to see, will Westside, will they want to foul and hurry up and get the ball back? Or are they going to try and play it straight up? I bet they play this straight up. But the way they play straight up defense, it might get a whistle early in the possession. Very physical team.
All right. Here we go, 1:27 to play here in Lincoln. Millard North basketball up by 2. wanting to make it round 5 between themselves and Bell West tomorrow. And just not really in sync on that set. Westside gets the turnover.
I like the play design. Pass just a little bit behind Rollins. Gath drew the defender over enough.
Mitchell thought about it. He goes down. Tips it though to Healy.
Huge second effort.
Stubblefield, Money's out on him. He attacks, kicks, one more, and Healy is fouled.
Yeah.
Fouled by Urbanic, 3 shots.
Urbanic might have got a piece of this shot as well.
There it is.
There's a little bit of that defensive breakdown where Millard North wasn't clean on a switch. That allowed Westside to kind of move the ball around like a pinball, finding that open shooter at the top of the key. Oh boy. Oh boy. Misses the second.
And coach, I thought there was a timeout. Instead, they're just allowing Westside to switch who will be rebounding. One more shot here. All tied, about a 1.5 seconds difference between the shot and game clock.
Man-to-man defense, Westside setting up. Gath letting the clock wind down. Looks calm, looks cool. As I mentioned, just about a 1 second differential here.
It's showtime. Millard North controlling its destiny. Gath, he's fouled. Fouled, just the 3rd foul. They say it's on the floor initially. Officials conferencing.
Oh, it was a foul. I mean, Benning had him by the jersey. You saw the jersey pull away.
It's on the floor.
Now I think they're going to look at the clock maybe. Okay, 4 seconds left, more than enough time. Westside's going to take the timeout here. They want to get their defense in.
Full timeout, Westside. .46. Wouldn't have it any other way.
No, sir. And we've seen Millard North score off the inbounds plays a couple of times this evening. What they do is they look off the defender, let's say to the right, and then almost a no-look pass to a late cut to the left underneath the rim. Westside has been taking that away as of late. I'm looking at Caleb Benning. He's kind of been clogging up the middle, not allowing that feed inside. But with Millard North, you have so many scoring options. You also have to guard the three-point line. I wouldn't think trying to find Mosser outside would be a bad option. Rollins inside, that's not a bad option. Urbanic, 15-foot jumper. There's just so many things you have to be aware of if you're a Westside Warrior right now.
Gath will inbound. Urbanic lets it fly, in and out. We're going to bonus basketball here at PBA.
Oh, let's go. How did that not go through? In and out. Great look for the senior, Grant Urbanic.
And with that, we head to break and get ready for overtime. Don't go anywhere.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good To Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good To Go, your winning play for game day.
And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good To Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
Look at tonight's one of our officials. Did some extra work in here tonight. Do you think the paycheck reflects that? An extra period there for Mr. Bo Hess?
There's definitely, was it overtime pay?
Right, yeah.
You know, that's a double meaning, overtime. Anyway.
We're actually in overtime.
And we are glad you're with us here on News Channel Nebraska. 46-46. Class A semifinal trip to the championship game on the line. Couldn't decide it in 32. We have 4 more minutes to play.
That was a relatively clean quarter. Westside with 3 fouls, Millard North with 2. That's still on the clock, so we haven't hit the double bonus yet. First team to 5 will get there.
A foul on the floor against Healy.
Now Millard North gets that one-on-one. They have a multitude of guys that can put it on the deck.
Ramoni puts it on the floor.
Tough shot. Good defense.
Westside in trouble. They get out of it. Mitchell. Just a tad too strong.
Looked like Westside had a free one. Good recovery defense for the Mustangs. We also said that in the pregame. Both teams had pretty good defenses.
That shot is short. Rebound by Gath.
Oh.
The putback doesn't go. It's still Mustang ball, and there's the foul.
And that went in and out. If I'm a Mustang fan, I want to check that rim. I mean, what's going on? Couple of putbacks, rim down.
Again, it's now 5 team fouls, as you mentioned, so it's bonus the rest of the way for Millard North. Millard North has 2 team fouls.
Yeah, I just thought the physical nature of this Westside defense, staying in man-to-man, they're not afraid to get into you a little bit. You know, play with that chip on their shoulder. I thought they might get into the bonus a little earlier than overtime, but kind of speaks to just what a clean game we've seen when been treated to thus far.
Benning. Now Healy. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell weaving in and out.
Yeah.
And that defense had Westside out of sorts there.
Really did. Mitchell was trying to communicate what play, what set are we in. Kind of got caught with the ball in his hands there at the end of the shot clock.
Rollins loses it, almost went in, gets the rebound.
What is going on? Now the ball's stuck up on the...
And free throws coming up.
Yep.
Look at this sequence.
And boing.
Excellent camera work by our crew. 90 seconds to go here in overtime of this Class A semifinal.
You can just feel the intensity every single free throw that these guys are taking right now.
And the second one gets the roll.
Gets that lead back up to 2 for the Mustangs as we're under 90.
Benning kicks. Deep three. Scramble for the ball. Mustangs have it. Up to Gaff. And now they'll slow it down.
Looking to push tempo. I think that was the right decision. Back it out, get a good look here. You have the lead. Boy, and what a battle for that last rebound. I don't think Collins has jumped any higher than he just did right there at the end of this game.
And Mitchell is calling for a foul away from the ball.
Trying to impede the progress. Movement away from the ball, as you mentioned. Mosser trying to get free. Going to get himself to the foul line.
$10 points for Mosser. 3-point lead. This to make it a 2-possession game.
Big free throw, little fist pump there from Mosser.
Now Benning gets to the glass.
Oh.
Nearly a 3-point play opportunity. 2 shots coming up.
Oh, fantastic job kind of pushing the tempo there. Getting into the lane, getting a shot up quick. That's exactly what needed to have. That had to happen for the Westside Warriors.
Big free throws there for Benning. Full timeout. We'll take one as well. 50-48, 30 seconds remaining here in overtime.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said...
It wasn't, but this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or was it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Brandon Axmit, Andy Klassen, Eric McKay with you for this final semifinal at Pinnacle Bank on Friday. Class A, Millard North Westside. It's been a doozy.
Wow. Shot clock will be turned off the rest of the way. 30 seconds are left. Millard North ball. Millard North has the 2-point lead. And, you know, if you're Westside, you're just saying, hey, we've been in this position before. In this position in this game before. Timeout does allow after the made free throw. Huge couple of made free throws there by Caleb Benning. to set this full court pressure, something they're kind of known for.
They get across the timeline. Scramble for it. Is it a jump? It is. Possession arrow, Westside.
Gath can't believe it. Thought he got the foul. They're going to say Lofton just poked it away. And there's that full court pressure, picking them up at half court.
That is about as good of a thing as you could have hoped for if you were the Warriors.
Yeah.
Now you have a shot.
Tyre take the lead. Boy, I'll get into this a little earlier.
Stubblefield lowers his shoulder. Foul is on the floor.
North had one to give.
So that basket doesn't count, clearly. Inbound with 10.4 to go. If there's any more fouls, 2 shots for Westside.
I think you like what Westside drew up there. Now we're going to have a Millard North timeout.
Well, you're Coach Simons. What are you drawing up?
I'm going right back to Stubblefield. I really like that look. And the way they space things out, that got that defense out around the perimeter. That gave him a clear one-on-one matchup. Picked up that foul on his way to the lane. That was a good foul, by the way. We saw Westside do that to North to push this thing to overtime. They had a really nice set play to Gath. Fouled him on his way to the rim, didn't let him get to the rim. Then they had to rely on an inbounds play. Same type of scenario here. Millard North pulled on Westside. But I would get Stubblefield the ball. Once again, I like those odds. I mean, he's your 3-year starter, your leading scorer. He's had a really nice game up to this point, which, yeah, looking at his stat sheet, he didn't have a bad game all season long. So here we go.
No team has led by more than 5 throughout this affair. 10 seconds left in overtime. Mitchell needs to get this thing in. And he gets the timeout. That was about as close as you probably could get to a 5-second.
I think that student section over at Millard North, they had the 5. They were trying to help the officials there, calling that 5-second count.
Millard North, that tough defense, forcing Westside to use their final timeout.
It's a combination of things with Millard North, and it really has been this entire game. Their team length, their headiness, their awareness, and I think it really showed at times how they were able to be versatile on defense, shifting in and out of a zone, going man to man. It's all come into play here this second half for the Millard North Mustangs. Can it hold up one more time?
It has been one heck of an experience here, as it always is. State basketball wrapping up semifinal Friday here on News Channel Nebraska. What does these final 10 seconds, 10.4 to be exact, have in store?
If Stubblefield isn't there, let's say there's a quick double team, I wouldn't get too far away from Caleb Mitchell or feel too bad about that. He's hit a couple threes. Just take the lead here, right?
There's the quick inbound. Mitchell, 7 seconds now. Stubblefield with 6 to work with. Going against the zone. He loses it. Money dribbling away.
Oh,
no! Millard North is going to the state championship for the 5th consecutive year. They pull it out in overtime. Bell West, Millard North, round 5 coming at you tomorrow.
The defense stands once again. Stubblefield trying to work the middle of the lane. The help comes over. They were not going to allow Stubblefield to beat them one-on-one. And right there, Oh, that was a dangerous play. I didn't like to see that.
50-48. The Nebraska high school basketball gods say, we need to see Millard North again.
Whew. What a game. You said it a moment ago. Millard North holds on. It just felt like when Westside got that takeaway at half court, they had some time to work with, that all the momentum shifted their way. They had 30 seconds to try and get a shot, make up that 2-point deficit, or try and take the lead. But then I thought to myself, you know what? Millard North still has the lead, and they protected that lead with some solid defense down the stretch and into overtime.
Don't go anywhere. Post game coming up shortly. Millard North advances to the championship.
Hello, this is Greg from Family Physical Therapy. We've grown a lot since we opened our doors in 1993, but our philosophy remains to provide excellent patient care above all else. Our patients are greeted with smiles, and our therapists are driven by their patients' success in achieving goals. We provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy to those of all ages. Family Physical Therapy has locations across Nebraska. Stop by a clinic near you today.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul.
Here with the winning coach, Mike Axel-Miller. Coach, what a game. First of all, congrats on getting the win. What's the message to the team in overtime? This is such a hard-fought game. What were you telling them to get through those extra 4 minutes?
I'll tell you what, it had nothing to do with X's and O's. It was going to be stops on defense, securing rebounds, hustle plays, help side at the end of the game where you're in a good spot for a teammate. That was what's going to get it. It wasn't going to have anything to do with X's and O's. We made some free throws, and we were a very gutty bunch there at the end.
What does it mean that this team's able to grind out a win like this? We've seen Millard North win a lot of big games, score a lot of points. The ability to win a tough one like this, what's that say about this team?
Says a lot about our guys. Says a lot about this gentleman right here. Says a lot about our seniors. You know, I hope that we've got them prepared and the things that we're doing in practice are working.
Well, you're familiar with your next opponent, Bellevue West again. Thoughts on the Thunderbirds? Tell me what's going to have to happen for you guys to win tomorrow.
Extremely talented bunch, right? They can score it in a lot of different ways. They defend hard, you know, well coached. It's just a storied program, right? It's, you know, this is what everybody, you know, kind of either wanted or really didn't want. But, you know, it's great for basketball. I think it's really good for the state of Nebraska. You know, we're really excited. But again, we came in here thinking that it was going to be one game at a time. We had Westside circled. It was a one game. We didn't want to worry about the next one, and I'm just really proud of how our guys handled themselves today.
Tell me about Derek's effort tonight, particularly on the defensive side. He came up big for you guys.
Comes up big in any ways possible. He's a really, you know, he's a gentle giant. He's really strong. You know, he doesn't look like he can go get some rebounds, but I tell you what, when he's not on the floor, I'm really worried about who's going to come down with rebounds. When he's on the floor, I feel really comfortable about coming down with some rebounds.
Coach, congrats on the win. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game. Derek, nice job tonight. Coach, talking about your efforts rebounding the basketball, what's your mentality on the glass? What does it take to be a good rebounder?
It just takes hard work and just going at it hard. I'm the biggest player on my team, so it's like that's my motive, to just help my team out best as possible, get those rebounds that maybe other players on my team can't get. But that's what I'm really looking forward to in games, just to help rebound, get a few points.
When this game went to overtime, what was it that made you believe you were going to win this game?
Just like our practices and stuff. Like, we work on a lot of in-game situations at the end of the game. We play super hard. We work on hard pressure, and, you know, that's what Westside does a lot of. And I just think that, like, our practice just really won us a game. Hard working in practice just helps a lot.
We got one more. It's Bellevue West. It's an incredible matchup. You're familiar with these guys. What's it going to take to beat them tomorrow?
It's going to take everything, you know, last game of the season. I'm going to put it all on the court and just hope for the best. I really believe in my team because we beat them earlier in the season, but it's a different game. Maybe they have a different new team or kind of, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Everybody is. Derek, congrats on the game tonight. Nice job. Congrats on being our player of the game, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well, not bad. That's Derek Rollins if you need him. What a game. What a week. Brandon, Andy, why don't you take us home?
Thank you, Eric. What a game indeed. Let's see how that all went down by jumping right to our top plays, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Class A semifinal number 2 on Friday. Millard North taking on Omaha Westside. The Mustangs seeing if they can make it 5 straight trips to the state championship game, where they would be taking on Bellevue West, who had already punched its ticket. This is how we started things off. Hustle play by Kevin Stubblefield. He then finds the dunk for Ricky Lofton. It's 2-0 early on. These teams would basically be going back and forth all game long. Kevin Stubblefield then gets the assist from Benning. 2 dunks for the Warriors in the first quarter. 3-pointer dialed up for Neil Mosser. He had 11 points on the night. Back and forth we go. It was 14-11, Westside after 1. Now going inside. Bucket for Mr. Camden Mooney. He had 12. It's a 2-point affair, and you have the athletic take by none other than Kevin Stubblefield. He had a game-high 20 for the Warriors. We're nearing halftime. Dialing it up from distance, Mosser again, one of his 2 triples on the night. We go into the break, 25-21, Westside on top. 25-24, excuse me, a 1-point lead for the Warriors. Now third quarter, there's a strong take by Stubblefield. Again, a very even performance on both halves, finishing with 20. Now you have the take on the other end by Gath. He had 8 on the night. Westside led by 5 at one point, then Millard North got up by 5, as you see here. No team led by more than 5 in this occasion. Stubblefield for 3. The second 3 the Warriors had hit, it would be Millard North up 35-33 as we head to the fourth. Then the Warriors start splashing threes. Caleb Mitchell specifically had 2 in the fourth quarter, 13 points on the night. We're going back and forth. There is that second from Mitchell. Westside, after that spree, they're back on top of the Mustangs. Now it's 44-39, 5-point advantage for the Warriors. Make that 2 after Urbanic buries a huge triple. He had 5 points. That was a monster 3. We're now tied 44 all. Amazing pass from Urbanic on the cut from Moni. He lays it in. Body blow after body blow. It would be 46 all. We would have bonus basketball. We head to overtime. Rollins at the line, who had 14 on the night, makes it a 2-point game. Then you have more free throws for Mosser. He hits 1 of 2. Millard North in the driver's seat, but after a free throw attempt by Benning, and a jump ball that the Warriors won. They had one final shot, down by 2, and the defense holds for the Mustangs. They shut them down, and the Millard North Mustangs, they head to the Class A state championship for not the first, second, third, or fourth, the 5th straight time, and it is round 5, the 5th year in a row. It will be Millard North, Bellevue West. Absolutely unbelievable run for these two programs, Andy, as you see our bracket. And you're talking about a culture that is now transcending the coaches, because you had the old guard in Woodard at Bell West, Tim Cannon at Millard North. Cannon's been gone for 2 years. Woodard just left, and you now have Klein. Same result. Same result.
Picking up where the good old ball coaches left off, and it was good to see those guys in the crowd here having fun this evening. And what a defensive performance. We knew it was going to take defense, but how about a season low for both Westside and Millard North with 50 and 48 points scored, and we went to overtime. That really speaks to the defense that Westside and the Mustangs of Millard North played with here in this semifinal game.
This has been one heck of a couple of weeks for our NCN Sports Live Events Department. It's our biggest undertaking that we do all year long, and we love to do it, and we couldn't do it without our amazing crew that deserves recognition. So, here we go. There's Elijah, Columbus native, now UNK student, giving us the salute. And is that Jonah?
Yes,
That is Jonah. He's been here for I don't know how long, going on 10 years, our top cam. Camera 1, Jonah Applegarth. And there's Devin Axman on the left side of the screen doing graphics.
All right.
On the low cam, who else do we have? Connor, Noah, Jeremiah, Peyton, Paul, all making things happen here for us and our live events crew. Oh, who's that? A couple of guys talking about basketball.
Yep.
It has been a lot of fun. Who we're not showing is Tyler Lechner in the truck, Senior Live Events Director, making all the magic happen as well. And a shout out to Danny Alvarado, our 3rd Live Events Director, who has been a huge part of this effort. And we've had several crew members who weren't on this final game that also deserve recognition for everything we've done over these past 2 weeks. We want all our viewers to know that it would not be possible if we didn't have a great team all working in the same direction with the one goal of televising a lot of state basketball for the state of Nebraska. So there we go.
There we go.
I think that's a really good way to wrap things up, and so we're going to do just that for our terrific crew you just saw and who we mentioned, for our talent as well, who did a great job throughout these past 2 weeks. Michael Shively, Eric McKay, Kaylin Debin, Pat Jansen, Lou Sievker. We got Doug Duda on here as well as Randy Brown out in Sydney, Jake Bartecki, our entire team. We had a lot of fun. For Andy Klassen, I'm Brandon Axman. Do not forget, this doesn't end our sports coverage at NCN. No, no, no. Supernovas volleyball coming up next week. State track in a few weeks later on this summer. We also have some baseball and soccer sprinkled in between those few weeks as well throughout the spring. But this will officially conclude our winter coverage, and we hope you enjoyed it. So with that, we'll see you next time for Spring Sports here on NCN. Welcome to the 1890 Initiative headquarters at 11th and Q in downtown Lincoln. Brandon Axman with you on News Channel Nebraska as we are joined by Husker standout Merritt Beeson of the volleyball team, talking all things NIL. And Merritt, first off, NIL is new, and I think a lot of people maybe think that these athletes and student athletes are just handed over a big sum of money and they're on their way. But that's not how it works. And the 1890 Initiative specifically has something called fulfillment, where athletes go out into the community and they earn this money. Can you talk more about how that works and what that looks like?
Yeah, it's almost like a job in a way. Like we do things to get paid. Obviously, that's what NIL is. You have to be doing something. You just can't sit here and hand me, here's X amount of money. I have to do something to earn it. And so for us, fulfillment can look very different. Like I described, maybe it's, we're going to go play with a few kids. You know, we're going to talk to these people. We're going to show up to this event and we're going to promote this event, whatever it may be. Maybe we're hosting a volleyball camp like we will be soon. You know, there's so many different things that we're able to do, and most of these opportunities do allow us to give back. So it isn't just they're just handing us a big lump of money. You know, we're obviously doing things to earn that and to kind of give back to the community in a way while earning that as well.
Now, you mentioned those community opportunities that you have, and some people may be not quite sure how that works. So you have the 1890 initiative, and that's really the vehicle that connects those dots for athletes.
So 1890 kind of connects us back with the community. They're finding opportunities to plug us back into the community and allowing us to give back to the community. So maybe a business comes to 1890 and is like, hey, I want the volleyball team to come here, and they can kind of reach out to us and be the navigator between businesses and us. And then there's also a ton of opportunities for us to, hey, maybe it's just there's a group of kids that we're going to go play volleyball with, or there's a group of people at an elderly home that we're going to hop on a Zoom and we're going to talk about our volleyball experience. We're going to walk them through a day in our life. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a volleyball player at Nebraska. They just kind of help us connect back with the community. They allow us to give back and provide us with those opportunities.
Well, Merritt, thank you again so much for spending some time with us here on News Channel Nebraska as we are continuing to learn about NIL and educating our viewers across the state of this new landscape. I'm Brandon Axamit. We'll see you next time.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.